I just finished up a 7-day sailing on MSC Seascape, and here's my honest take, both good and bad. And full disclosure, this was my third MSC sailing. My first two were really bad and I swore I would never sail them again. But when they sent me a free casino offer for a balcony room, and no, this post is not in any way sponsored, I pay for my cruises in the casino, I couldn't resist. I also really like the itinerary. Now, I will never again sail an old MSC ship like Magnifica, but the new ones, I'm down for it now. And the number one reason is because these newer ships with MSC are absolutely beautiful. They're some of the most beautiful ships that you'll ever see. The second positive is, in my opinion, MSC has what is one of the best private islands of all the cruise lines, which is Ocean Key in the Bahamas. Unlike other private islands like Half Moon Key and Princess Key, this is not a tender port. You easily step out on the pier and you're right there in the middle of the action. As you can see, the island is expansive, but it doesn't get overcrowded like some of the other cruise line islands, like Perfect Day at Coco Cay. The newer MSC ships also have a ton of amenities that are great if you're sailing with kids, like their water park, which is outstanding, and even features like this Robotron thrill ride, which my kiddo loved, but I hated. I also really like the staterooms on the newer MSC ships. I find them to be quite large, especially compared to the downsizing some of the other cruise lines have taken with their staterooms on their Excel class ships, like Carnival. If you sailed any of those, you'll find that they've really reduced the size of the staterooms, but I don't find that to be the case here with MSC. As you can tell, I had a balcony room and it was quite large, both inside the room itself and on the balcony. Now, when it comes to staff, this is a little bit mixed. MSC is a European cruise line that's trying to cater to American audiences, and on my first two sailings, I found the staff and crew to be kind of rude, actually. But on this most recent sailing on Seascape, the staff and crew were really nice and much more friendly and cordial than was my experience with my prior MSC sailings. Now, another mixed bag is the food. My first two sailings with MSC had food that was barely edible, other than the pizza, which is always good. But on this sailing, I don't know what they changed or how or when, but the food was significantly improved. I would actually say the food was really, really good. And that's all across the board, from the food in the buffet to the food in the main dining room, including dinner, breakfast, and brunch. It all was really good, which was really surprising to me given how terrible it was on Magnifica just a few months ago. And of course, the biggest upside of MSC is the price. It's almost always the cheapest cruise line, and normally you get what you pay for. In my past sailings, I would not say it was worth it, but on this sailing where I had a really good experience, the food was great, the ship was beautiful, I would say it's a huge value. So now let's talk about the downsides. The first is the inconsistency. My first two experiences compared to this one, it's like a night and day difference. If I knew MSC could be consistently good like this, I would highly recommend it all the time. And despite how beautiful MSC's new ships are, the old ones are absolute trash, and I would not recommend them, nor would I sail them again, even for free. Another downside is the people. I don't know how to say this, but the cruisers on MSC are just different. It's a completely different vibe, both from the way that you're treated by the crew and staff, which, like I said, is an improvement, but it's still not the same hospitality you're probably used to with other cruise lines. But the cruisers on MSC do tend to be a little bit more brusque, less warm, and in some cases downright rude and lacking in manners. And the other big downside is the MSC entertainment. I just find it very lacking and find the experience to be boring. But if you're looking for relaxing, this might be for you.